I salute you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Thomas. Thanks for learning. In today's video, let's look at ourselves and nature. God being our father, definitely the earth is our mother, and as such, all nature, be it plants or animals, are our relatives. So we are supposed to be in a symbiotic relationship. However, due to financial greed and negligence, we have overlooked the contributions of nature in our lives and have committed a lot of heinous crimes against them, among which is deforestation, water pollution, poaching, use of herbicides, land reclamation, poor garbage disposal, and so many others. And as such, Karma has paid us with natural catastrophes such as long dry spells, excessive temperatures, cancers, extinction of lives, floods, famine, etc. Nature will always fight back and will always win. 1 John 4:20 says, "If a man says, 'I love God,' but hates his brother, he is a liar. If you have no love for other creations of God, then you don't love Him."
The place is China. Seems that Mao Zedong, before his death in 1976, decided that a plague of sparrows was putting a large dent in grain production. So in the kind of short-sighted, ill-conceived wisdom that's apparently shared by Chinese dictators and American corporate agricultural CEOs, Mao called for the elimination of sparrows. The killing of the sparrows released a swarm of insects, a problem that affected agriculture much more than the damage done by the birds. So massive spraying programs were instituted. The spraying not only killed harmful insects, it killed beneficial ones as well, including pollinators. Without bees, Chinese crops blossomed, but didn't produce. Are we humans making ourselves vulnerable by continuing to use pesticides, herbicides, and other harmful chemicals in amounts that can't even be measured? Are the rises in certain cancers, endocrine diseases, asthma and allergies, brain function disorders, birth defects, and fertility problems linked to agricultural chemicals? There's no evidence, shout those who profit from their use. But on the other side of the coin is a warning. There's no proof that they don't. We know that
air pollution is a huge problem around the world, and we know it impacts our health. Now we know by how much. Toxic air shortens our lives by 20 months on average. That's according to the Health Effects Institute in their latest report, The State of Global Air. Now, that 20 number is an average. When you break things down region by region, you can see how Asia stands out. In South Asia, children lose 30 months of their lives. In East Asia, people lose an estimated 23 months. That is 5 times higher, or maybe a better way to think about it is 5 times worse than what you have in North America or Western Europe. Pollution is now a bigger killer than malaria and road accidents. It's as bad as smoking. Here's a closer look.
Donning a face mask, part of the morning routine for many school kids in Delhi, where toxic smog engulfs the city for much of the year. Some days, 20 times above the WHO's recommended limit for dangerous.
Forests cover about 30% of the planet, and the ecosystems they create play an essential role in supporting life on Earth. But deforestation is clearing Earth's forests on a massive scale, and at the current rate of destruction, the world's rainforests could completely disappear within 100 years. Why should we care about deforestation? Together, forestry and agriculture are responsible for 24% of greenhouse gas emissions, making deforestation a significant contributor to climate change. Deforestation impacts the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere in 2 ways. First, when trees are felled, they release the carbon they are storing into the atmosphere. Second, trees play a critical role in absorbing the greenhouse gases that fuel global warming. Fewer forests mean larger amounts of greenhouse gases entering the atmosphere, and increased speed and severity of global warming. In addition to helping regulate the Earth's climate, forests provide habitats for over 80% of the plants and animals that live on land. But deforestation destroys these habitats, diminishing biodiversity. Some estimate that 4,000 to 6,000 rainforest species go extinct each year. This also affects the more than 2 billion people who rely on forests as sources of food and shelter. The biggest driver of deforestation is agriculture. Farmers chop down trees in order to plant crops like soybeans, palm trees, and cocoa, or to make room to raise livestock for beef. Logging operations, which provide the world's wood and paper products, also cut countless trees each year. Forests are also destroyed as a result of growing urban sprawl as land is developed for dwellings. The effects of deforestation are grave, but not irreversible. Efforts such as managing forest resources, eliminating clear-cutting, and planting new trees to replace those removed are already being made to reduce deforestation's environmental impact on our planet. And while some plant and animal species are gone forever, combating deforestation can help prevent further loss of biodiversity.
As a way of loving and conserving nature, I'm saying that we should be practical. So, on each person's birthday, let us spare at least 1 hour and do cleaning, particularly picking polythene bags and plastic bottles which are killing the soils, and then the party can go on. Then, on the last Sunday of the month, all the birthday babies each must plant a tree of their choice. If we get a general piece of land, well and good. If not, then each individual should plant a tree where they can, and they should make sure that it survives. Imagine 35 million trees being planted in Uganda every year. Then, globally, let us start with the May babies in 2019. If we take care of nature, it will nurture us, and the earth will heal our hearts from hurts. May God bless you as we take action. Thanks for being part and for taking action as we help Mother Nature to survive, to help us survive and thrive.